कहाँ लैग कर रहे थे, और कुछ जो आपके सैंपल्स हैं वो आप हमसे शेयर करें, ताकि we can have some more idea towards it. As far as the articles are concerned जो आपने पैकेज में भेजे थे, उसमें मेरा जो पॉइंट था, मतलब मैंने संजय जी को बोला था तो, कि जो आपका जो स्पीकिंग ट्री की वेबसाइट पे आप उसको डालेंगे तो लाइक मेरा कंसर्न वही था कि कितने लोग टर्न अप होंगे उस पे, क्योंकि वेबसाइट इज लाइक कि ठीक है बहुत लोग पढ़ते हैं लेकिन बहुत लोग नहीं भी पढ़ते हैं, मतलब लिमिटेड लोग हैं, और वेबसाइट पढ़ के कितने लोग आएंगे वो एक अलग मैटर करेगा, क्योंकि व्हाट आई वाज थिंकिंग ऑफ वेबसाइट के कंपैरिजन में अगर अगर हम इस पोर्शन को अगर हम पेपर पे लें तो आप क्या सजेस्ट करते हैं?
And the question hearing right now is that I think the team is really not convinced on having speaking tree on board. So if there are so many reservation, I think I'll drop speaking tree for that matter for now. If that's a reservation. Although I would just want to mention here that speaking tree is not really religious; it's spiritual, and there's like you guys know better than me on the demarcation between the two things. But yeah, the content that is there, it's obviously we do take care of religion part of things, but of course there is a better angle of spirituality that the team touches on, and they're all experts in that particular domain. But having said that, but because like you're mentioning that there is a certain reservation, and we want to keep that out, let me just keep speaking tree aside in this discussion for now. I think going further, if the team is not comfortable, and let me focus on Navbharat Times instead. Because I feel that I believe Sajji had mentioned that right now the other markets, although Maharashtra is one of your main markets wherein there are a lot of practitioners, but right now that's not the entire focus. So I'll keep Navbharat, which is the Hindi speaking domain, as the focus as of now.
I mean, that's a
And
Hindi.
I think that will.
Now,
Sorry?
Bharat is a Hindi publication, right? Hindi.
Yeah, that's a Hindi publication.
So we also want to reach out to the English speaking people also, but that comes with speaking tree, I guess.
No, speaking tree is also Hindi. So English will be
Hindi
Times of
centric
India.
you mean? Hindi ka majority ज़्यादा है. That's what you're saying.
Sorry, didn't get that.
Speaking tree,
Speaking Tree is a Hindi platform. It's a
but
Hindi
I,
platform.
I write in English also there.
That English platform is different, but the focus here, the plan that I had shared here was for the Speaking Tree Hindi platform. And Speaking Tree, the team that even Sanjay had met with, that's also the Hindi Speaking Tree team.
Oh.
No,
And
we
that has
can't.
a equally larger base.
Obviously, I agree. Movies Hindi also, no doubt. But we have a lot of English-speaking people, maybe in the urban world, who listen only to English, and we also come from that background. We need to tap them also. We cannot keep them out completely. So
You
they have.
can you can kind of go out with the same communication on Times of India as well. I'll get the quotes and I'll share the quotes for those as well to you.
Yes, yes, that's very important. So now we are all onto internet, and you'll put us onto the print separately. So as far as the internet goes, Shubham, I want you to come out with an approval for Mallika to, she's giving a lot of her time, and though it's all part of seeking big business, but we want to give her business, but at the same time, we need to have know how soon will we be able to get that kind of fund which she is going to propose to us. So, I mean, first let's see what Malika puts on record. I don't think you should keep Speaking Tree out of it. I would say that Speaking Tree is also in it, and let's go beyond that to the English platforms also
Yeah,
and to the other
we
platforms.
need both in English and Hindi platforms
Yeah.
of speaking
मतलब
tree.
I can't put all my eggs on Speaking Tree and say just खाली Speaking Tree में करके
Yeah,
हो जाएगा. That
right.
is why I was saying let's get out of that mode as well. See, Speaking Tree is obviously is as a targeted audience which is already into spirituality. As I said, कि बहुत लोगों के मन बंद होते हैं when they are already in spirituality. They don't like to go into other dwell into other spiritual methods. So that's where closed mindedness मैंने बहुत देखी है speaking tree में. But that thing is not there outside. But outside, then you have all kinds of people. There are people who are
So
not in.
let me bring to you Speaking Tree Hindi, Navbharat Times, and Times of India in that case. But I'll just be I'll just kind of put here a word of caution. The cost that I had shared for Speaking Tree, if I
Hmm.
put together NBT and TOI for a similar sort of a plan, it's probably going to go somewhere beyond 3x or 4x. That's a word of caution that I'm just putting out right here,
Three or four
because
times. You mean three or four times that? What you're saying?
absolutely,
So
absolutely, because NBT is going to be a higher cost than Speaking Tree. Let me rework the plan and then come back to you. And TOI definitely is notch higher than Nabhar Times as well.
But tell us one thing. Since we are into a very social subject, I'm sure there will be people who will be willing to meet us and they can consider giving us a reasonable discount for what they're getting
So
into with us.
that is something that again I'm telling you after the discounting bit, like because like I mentioned, even Speaking Tree I had accounted for the discounts and
Yeah.
then the plan.
Mhm.
Even after that, because the businesses are different, the reach of the platforms is very different. The name of the platform, the brand is very different, and how it stands in the market, the positioning. With that in mind, I will definitely share the plan with you. But like I said, that which is why I had asked you for the budget initially. If you give me a budget right now, I'll probably try and squeeze in whatever best possible within that bit. But for a same plan, if you tell me that you give us the same plan for NVT and TOI as well, that'll be a considerable cost. So let me see how I can kind of make this work.
Okay, so you work on something, a budget for all of those together, Hindi and English, now Bharat included, as well as Times of India included, and everything is
Speaking Tree, I
internet
will be
based.
only able to give you Hindi. I won't. I mean, I don't even know if there's a team existing for Speaking Tree English, because the dominant platform is Hindi for us. And even the interview and the team that you had met with,
Yeah.
that was also Speaking Tree Hindi platform.
Okay.
YouTube channel is the same for both, but the website remains different.
Yeah.
And Hindi is the more dominant and the more focused one for Times.
Okay,
Right.
okay. But Navara Times and TOI we can go for also.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, we're looking at a budget of maybe 15 to 20 L. Is that right? I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I think it could be more, it could be less, but on an
Let me
average,
work with 15 to 20 in that case. Let's not kind of keep this a very gray area, because it becomes very difficult to close the conversation then.
yeah, that's right. So whatever you want to, give us on the platform and price it, you will have to be specific that this is where we are going to reach out, and are we going to be happy with that? Whatever you offer now, Speaking Tree being a part of it, and Shubham, you need to tell us whether we should go ahead with this kind of a proposal for releasing our film. What is your take?
Can you guys please tell me what is it? What is the kind of proposal that you're looking at for the distribution? Because I see that there is a lot of there. I think there are a lot of thoughts, but that those thoughts are not really coming to me in the kind of proposal that I have shared. Is
Hmm.
there a part that you want to retain? Is there a part you want to remove? Is there something else you want to include? If you let me know about that, now I will be able to come up with uh, a better plan, which will be able to close sooner, instead of kind of going back and forth there.
राइट। सो मल्लिका जी, वही मैं अभी जब हमने कॉल शुरू करी थी वही चीज़ मैं आपको कह रहा था, जैसे कि वेबसाइट की जो आर्टिकल जाता है, सो आई एम नॉट गेटिंग अ कॉन्फिडेंस कि वो आर्टिकल पढ़ के लोग हमारे मूवी देखने आएंगे। आपका वीडियो देख के आ सकते हैं, लेकिन वो आर्टिकल पढ़ के आके देखने वाले हैं, उस पे मुझे थोड़ा डाउट लगता है।
But Shubhamji, just tell me one thing. If that is the case, then why are we exploring print in that case? Because print is also going
हाँ,
to be
उसमें
an article medium.
हाँ, उसमें मैं बताता हूँ क्यों। क्योंकि क्या है कि अब जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे घर में है, मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल बताता हूँ, बहुत कम लोग, मतलब उतने जो लोग आ सकते हैं ना देखने के लिए,
Hmm.
वो वेबसाइट की जगह आज भी हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इतना अखबार छपता है, हर बंदा, मेरे पेरेंट्स और मेरे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, एवरीबडी, ऑल्दो दे कैन एक्सेस, दे आर वेरी वेल वर्स्ड विद द इंटरनेट एंड दे कैन एक्सेस इंटरनेट एज वेल,
Hmm.
लेकिन their preference is still a print media because they're
But you
comfortable
need
with
to
that,
then be
more
very,
comfortable with
we need
that.
to also think of the TG in that case. If we are wanting to kind of approach only to an elderly audience, which will be more into newspaper, maybe then that's the right choice. But when it comes to a digital medium, and also when we're talking about editorials, we're not just saying that we'll put it up only on our website. There's a whole lot of a push that we give to it on the social media as well. So it's just that when we do an editorial, it's not that we're just publishing the editorial on our website. And there is, of course, when we talk about editorials, we do it on the website. We then, consider putting it in places where it is more visible to people. And the monthly active users, if you look at NBT alone, it's 80 million plus. So it has that kind of a reach. It has that kind of a user base, that can come to it.
इसमें इसमें एक चीज और मेरी आपसे जानने की क्वेश्चन आपसे बात करते करते है कि क्योंकि क्या है कि अभी हम फेजेस में इसको रिलीज करेंगे, सो विल इट बी अ पार्ट की, क्योंकि ये जो आप एनबीटी की रीच बता रहे हो ये अक्रॉस द इंडिया की बता रहे हो, राइट?
NBT is more in terms of North because it's Hindi.
हाँ, यस, आई
Yeah.
एग्री। नॉर्थ इंडिया में तो बहुत कॉमन है, मेरे घर में भी
Hmm.
एनबीटी आता है।
Right.
तो मेरा जो पॉइंट है वो ये है कि जैसे नॉर्थ में हम, इज इट पॉसिबल कि अगर हम, क्यों क्या कि चलो बजट पे तो आएंगे, लेकिन अगर कुछ एरिया के लिए हम इसको लिमिट करें, ऐसा भी आप करते हो या इट गोज ऑन?
नहीं, बिकॉज डिजिटल सी प्रिंट में ऑब्वियसली, पर प्रिंट में जब एक बात आती है, प्रिंट में यू कैन डू स्टिल सम बिट ऑफ जियो टारगेटिंग, बट इन टर्म्स ऑफ एडिटोरियल एक वेबसाइट पे पब्लिश होएगा तो इट विल बी विजिबल टू एवरीबडी हु इज एक्सेसिंग इट फ्रॉम एनीवेयर, so you can't limit it to a particular region.
ओके, ओके,
Or at least the
फाइन।
print of an editorial you can't. I mean, the
हाँ, वो
publishing of an
नहीं,
editorial you can't.
मैं उसमें वो ठीक है, मैं जैसे आपके बाकी डिजिटल कर आई एग्री, वो सिर्फ फेसबुक में ही होता है, अगर कुछ आप स्पेसिफिक लोकेशन वाइज दिखाना चाहते
वो
हैं, आई थिंक
तब होता है when you're putting,
यूट्यूब में नहीं होता।
like you said, when you're doing a paid push, then you
पेड
can of
पुश।
course control the targeting.
हाँ 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 हाँ, ओके, ओके। और मैम इसके अलावा
So article का आपका जो reservation है, that is basically you don't know how many people will read and come to you. I think as strong as print, I believe digital is, if not more, at least it's as strong as the print medium at the moment, because the kind of people, the kind of targets that we are looking at right now, the kind of audiences that we're dealing with right now, it is pretty digital savvy to be able to consume the digital content, and which is why such businesses are growing.
हाँ, ओके, ओके। एक्चुअली हम क्या है ना,
But yeah,
हमारा
you have the
हमारा जो
reservation, that
सब्जेक्ट है
can
ना,
keep the editorial a little bit, to a limited level. One more thing, when we talk about editorials, we do consider keeping, video links in editorials. So if you want to add some video links to your editorials, wherein you want to showcase a particular video of yours, that's also definitely one of the options.
ओके, ओके,
Yeah.
ठीक है। और मैम इसके अलावा जैसे जो वीडियोस की हम बात करते हैं, वीडियोस तो हम डालेंगे, जैसे अगर जो शूट करेंगे वीडियोस, तो वीडियो शूट करेंगे, लेकिन जैसे एक वीडियो गया, उसके जितने भी आपके सब्सक्राइबर्स होते हैं उनको नोटिफिकेशंस जाएगा, राइट, कि दिस इज अ न्यू वीडियो फ्रॉम एनबीटी। एंड
That totally
इसके,
depends on the plan that we are doing. So not that
नहीं, हम लोग वीडियो पे तो
for
जाएंगे मैम,
every video
बिकॉज
now, because
ऑडियो विजुअल
notification.
के बिना तो बात बनती नहीं है।
नहीं, of course, like I said, notifications जो आप कह रहे हैं, notifications, even if on the website we can send the notifications, but there is a certain cost to it. So when I draft the plan, I'll try and see where I can, in which one I can try and get the notification in, and accordingly I'll try to see where is it that I can put the notification, where is it I'll have to remove to kind of control the cost.
हाँ, और जो वीडियो का पूरा जो यूट्यूब पे भारत टाइम्स का है,
Hmm.
तो उसमें जो आप वीडियो शूट करेंगे, कुछ इंटरव्यूज लेंगे, जो वीडियो शूट करेंगे, वो सारे के सारे जो हैं वो आपके यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाएंगे, राइट? और उसी के साथ
That's
साथ
right.
आपके बाकी के जो सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, जैसे इंस्टाग्राम पे आपका जाएगा, फेसबुक पे
So
जाएगा,
Instagram पे we don't put out videos, we put out stories in terms of teasers, or we can do reels on
राइट,
Instagram,
और
because
उसका लिंक
obviously,
लगा के फिर,
हाँ,
हाँ, इतना
then
बड़ा तो नहीं
we
जा
can
सकता।
do that.
हाँ
We can do if it's a small video, then we can definitely do. But if it's a longer video, like a webinar or something, then we don't do it.
हाँ। और इसमें एक और चीज़ मैं पूछ रहा था कि जैसे कि अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोई न्यूज़ चल रही है आपके पास, हम यूट्यूब देखते हैं, यूट्यूब पे चैनल चल रहा है, बीच में एड्स भी आते हैं, राइट?
Hmm.
तो हमारा कोई वीडियो चल रहा है, उसके वीडियो में चलते चलते बीच में ऐड आया, मान लो आपके स्पीकिंग, आई एम नॉट श्योर कि स्पीकिंग ट्री में या एनबीटी में पूरा ऐसा है, लेकिन आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट हर बीच में
हर
एड्स
ब्रांड के
आते
साथ
हैं।
होता है वो।
हाँ वो
या
एड्स आते हैं। तो वो क्योंकि कि जो क्या है कि हमारा एक तो हुआ कि हमारी वीडियो गई, अपलोड हो गई, लोगों ने देख ली, पीपल बिकेम अवेयर ऑफ
हम्म
इट। एक एक होता है कि हमारी वीडियो गई, वो वीडियो का बार बार ऐड बीच बीच में आ रहा है, ताकि क्योंकि है कि वो ऑडियो एक ही चीज को, अब जैसा छोटा सा एग्जांपल लेता हूँ, आज 31 तारीख है, आईटीआर भरनी है सबको, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ
हम्म
इंडिया को इतने नोटिफिकेशन डालने पड़ते हैं, ऑफिस वाले की ऑफिशियली ईमेल अलग से आती है, मैनेजर अलग से ईमेल डालता है, ठीक है, घर में जाओगे तो पेरेंट्स भी बोलेंगे भाई आईटीआर भरी नहीं भरी। सो
हम्म
द पॉइंट इज कि जितनी बार हमारे दिमाग में कोई चीज दिखती है और हम सुनते हैं, उसका इम्पैक्ट
हम्म
हमारे ऊपर ज्यादा जाता है ऑडियो विजुअल का। सो दैट्स व्हाट आई
हम्म
एम आस्किंग। तो जो उस तरीके के जैसे 30 सेकंड का कोई एड आप डालो मूवी का या प्रमोशन का, तो वो सब इसमें इंक्लूडेड रहेगा, कैसे रहेगा?
नहीं, no, that's not included because those are different ads. They are there is a different inventory for that, uh, that the sales team deals with. Uh, if you and those ads are also website पे हम लोग देते हैं वो, that's not in YouTube. So YouTube के लिए you'll have to play from your end. अगर आपको अपनी मूवी का कोई ad चलाना है तो,
ओके, मतलब हम लोग को
on
यूट्यूब से डायरेक्ट बात
if
करनी
you want to
पड़ेगी।
do those kind of clips or do those kind of display banners and all, that is something that you can do on Bharat Times or TOI or anything, or
हम्म।
Speaking Tree. But if you're talking about YouTube ads, that is I don't think that I can help you with at this moment.
ओके ओके।
I'll really have to kind of check. I don't think that's a possibility. On our website for sure I can do.
हम्म। आई गॉट इट, लाइक जैसे वेबसाइट को हम रीड कर रहे हैं तो बीच में आर्टिकल्स आ गया, समथिंग
या
लाइक कोई
आपकी कोई
इमेज आ गई कि
हमारी
somebody
प्लेटफॉर्म पे
wants to click।
वीडियो प्ले होने के पहले हमने आपका मूवी का ट्रेलर चला दिया मे बी.
राइट राइट। सो
So
वो
that
उसमें
kind of a thing we
इंक्लूसिव
can
हो
do on
सकता
our website.
है। ओके ओके,
So
गॉट इट गॉट इट।
we have 15, 16 BTS videos and other trailers, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and we have a lot of interviews, and we have everything to do with the movie. We have lots that we can share with you, which of course most of them are targeted to those who practice Sahaj Yoga. But I think even those who don't, you can pick and choose from there some part of the content and use it because it's already short and it's been done very well. We have some voiceovers also about the
So
purpose of.
that inventory, like I said, Sanjay ji, I'll have to check with the sales team because those are different packages altogether. There are preset packages
Uh,
for those, and I can get you the codes for that.
uh, because
I'll,
what we
I'll
have made for our audience is, of course, going to them, but in a haphazard way, not in a very, I would say, professional way like you would do. So we would be looking at our audience getting benefit from your work, no doubt, but you could take part of our work into your audience, into your consideration when you prepare videos. You can take some snippets from our work, which is already there, and
No,
it's
so
very
those are not something that we those are not editorial initiatives.
okay.
So as part of the editorial team, I won't be able to pick it like that. But yes, as a client, as a brand, if you want to play that on our inventory, then
Yeah,
that is something, of course, that that
we have to.
that can be
Yeah,
done.
we have to review all our materials with Aparna's help. She has it all there. We have it on our website, and we have our own channel, which is the Immaculate channel of YouTube. So there are so many of them that will need to be really reviewed and seen what can be used professionally at your end to propagate it even
Yeah,
among
so
our
you can
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
absolutely you can select and send. I can send you the video requirements that what exactly is and how that basically works is that we send you the
yeah,
kind of the rates for every 15 seconds or 30 seconds or whatever. You give us that kind of a clip. We'll play that clip as per the final decided plan.
yeah. Because you'll prepare
But
your
that's
own
all
video. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all, apart from the content plan that we were discussing in terms of videos and advertorials. That is completely different.
So basically, now what do? We have to sign something with you to get you started on this work. And Shubham, what is our plan now to get Malika working for us? I mean, we can have one more meeting, two more meetings, but I think what she's really said today is that we need to sign some contract, right? And
So
then
how
we,
it will work is that
yeah,
once you have an alignment on the proposal that I am sharing,
uh,
let's say out of the proposals that I had shared, you
uh,
select the plan B. Let me just present my screen once.
yeah,
So let's say if we are saying that this is the plan that we have to go ahead with, okay, wherein we will have co-branded articles, we'll have certain number of X number of articles, let's say 2 articles, one video, which will be an interview format, one video which will be anchor shot, and one video which will be a webinar that we'll do. So if this is finalized for let's say 12 lakhs on Speaking Tree, I'll there'll be an arrow which will have to be raised, right? It'll have every detail of how many articles do we have to do and around what video do we have to do, or what will be the concept of the video, what will be the execution timelines for all of these things, what will be the time duration within which this all has to be consumed, what are going to be the number of views that I am committing to you, whether it is, let's say, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakh views, that 4 lakh people will minimum watch your video. That is the kind of commitment that then we will give. Okay, based on that RO, there'll be an agreement that will be signed. That RO basically will have to be sent from your organization to us, which will be verified from our end. We will I think that in this case there'll have to be some advance payments as well. Post that, we'll start working. We'll take all the due approvals from you in the scripting stage. After the product is made, an approval on the final product, and then we go on to release it on whatever platforms that are there. So that will be the whole process of it. So, which is why I said that we need to be aligned on how many number of articles, how many number of videos, what kind of videos will we have to do. If there is if there's a movie synopsis video we have to do, if there is a webinar that we have to do wherein we want, similar to this, Sanjay ji coming on board, and along with maybe let's say two practitioners who talk about the movie, who talk about Sahaj Yoga as a practice in brief, and who talk about the purpose of it. Then we market that particular FB Live video, that webinar sort of a video, that people are coming and watching that. So we have to be aligned on what are the 4 or 5 listed things we want to do and on which platforms. Once I have a clarity on that, we sign the RO, we start working on the projects. But again, like I was mentioning, as a media house, we will come up with the content, we'll come up with the product, we will market it to the best of our possibilities, and that is the approach that we take for any project. And that input, what is it that the final thing has to be approved by your team, because as a media house we can't, we'll create content, we'll use our creativity, but from your movie's point of view you have to give us the approval on that, that okay, this is something that we are all on board with and we want to do this, that uh, you know uh, that consensus we have to all be at.
okay. We'll have to have a team to work with you and approve it. The other
Yeah,
thing is all that you create, which you charge us, because
yeah.
will that become our property?
No,
Which,
that stays with us. Are you talking about whether you'll be able to post it on your handles?
yes,
That depends from platform to platform. Like Speaking Tree, I would have been able to give you the access, but I'll have to check on Bharat and TUI because the business policies differ from one to another.
because see, once we are paying for the product, we should be owning it, and it's not a leased product. It is leased for a
But
little while.
the our group is producing all of that. So if it's coming via you, that's a different thing. But if we are producing it,
Mm.
then the copyright stays with us.
See, on the front of the good cause we are into, you probably need to give us access to it, because otherwise, if we reach out to our own people in your professional work, unless we make you do it, then you charge us for it. But if we do it ourselves, we will be able to get more results out of our own groups, because you see, every group is not 100% aligned to each other. So we
Let
need to
me
also
get back
convince
to you
them.
on this, Sanjay ji, because it's a business call. I'll have to check this with the business leads and get back to you on this one, whether we can give the rights for you to use the content or not.
Yeah, yeah. It is for is a much bigger cause. So basically, the cause is so important, and it is a philanthropic work. And somewhere you'll need to take a call on giving us a benefit of big doubt. As far as budgeting, as far as using and owning, and because we are not for profit, as I told you, want this work to happen in such a way people get it. These
No,
are the
absolutely,
worst of
Sanjay ji. Just
times
that
we
there are
are living.
certain business protocols I'll have to also follow and
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
I mean, I can't commit at my end. I'll have to really,
Uh,
kind of do justice
yeah.
to
Uh,
both the parties here.
because here every
So
penny
let me
that
check and get back here.
yeah, every penny we will raise here is from the blood and sweat of the donors, and there will be a great expectation once they are donating. It's not an investment that somebody gets a return out of it. It's a bhakti that they are doing towards Mataji, that this great work they are contributing. So it's a heartfelt cause for them, and I
No,
want
absolutely.
get the best in return. Their return is their joy and happiness. You see,
No,
problem
let,
ye hai.
let me get
Huh,
back to you on this one. Please give
yeah,
me some time on this one. Whenever
yeah,
I share the revised proposal,
sure,
I'll share
sure.
it with you.
So make a
Just one
revise.
thing I wanted a bit of clarity on. On the second proposal that were there were three video ideas that were there. Can you give me a heads up on, the concept at least, so that I can, or if you want something else in terms of the concept for me to come up with, because my plan will a lot depend on that. So let me just open this sheet again. I'll quickly take you through it.
Yeah.
I have another meeting to step into in next
Okay,
10
okay.
minutes.
We'll
So I'll
take
just
it
very
slowly.
quickly take you through it.
Aparna and Shubham, please put in your points whatever she's showing now.
Okay, I'll keep the editorials aside because that's still something we can deliberate on later, what kind of editorials that we have to do. In terms of
Mm.
the video, the first video was a short interview, stories of people interacting, practicing Sahaj Yoga and talking about watching the movie. This
Yeah.
will be shot with, any anchor of ours, be it on NBT, be it on Speaking Tree, whosoever. So let's say we get all the people, or let's say four people or three people to one location, maybe the Noida studio of ours, wherein we're talking about people's experiences about Sahaj Yoga, how they've been practicing, how they've been benefiting, and talking to them about watching the movie.
Yes.
Whether what do they have to talk about the movie? It could be people who are practicing Sahaj Yoga and have attended one of the screenings. They
Yes.
can talk about their experiences from that,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
four such stories can be shot in
Uh,
according to this plan, or we can decide on the numbers, which will do, and these videos will go up on our website. It'll go up on the Facebook, YouTube channel, and we'll cut one reel
yeah.
and one YouTube short video out of that. So
So
that's one,
yeah.
interacting with Sahaj Yoga practitioners, talking about their beliefs and their the movie experience.
Yes.
So that's number one.
Yeah.
I'll quickly just take you through all the three ideas so that we can at once kind of come to a discussion of it and finalize it.
You could do a
Uh,
panel discussion with the people who made the movie, like, and you can ask some questions, like you can get Aparna, me, and a couple of one or more
Yeah, so
people.
that's another plan here. If you look at
Yeah.
the third one, every live, it is a webinar with the anchor, wherein Sanjay ji, you can be there, four practitioners, or maybe somebody else from the movie, or the actor, or anybody else from the
I
movie
can
can
get
be
an
there. We
actor
can
on
talk about
board.
Sahaj
Yeah.
Yoga.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they can talk about Sahaj Yoga. They can talk about the movie in depth, and how and why should one go and watch the movie.
I'll get
This we
both
will.
my main actors on board and my director, if possible. We could be 4 5 people.
Yeah, yeah. So this one we can just put it on. It'll be a webinar. We can keep it on Facebook only, and we'll distribute it via Facebook. And that video, that whatever is webinar is, recorded, because it will be online. We can put this on our homepage as well, so that people who are coming on the website can view something is happening around like this. And third video idea was a movie synopsis, which will be created by our anchor in the context of Sahaj Yoga as a practice and the movie. What is it that the movie is about? Like how Sanjay ji, you give out the synopsis in a written format. Our
Mm.
anchor will be briefing about it. Like if you would have seen different movie reviews video. It will become a kind of a review video. That
ठीक है.
what is it that the movie is about? What is why should somebody watch it? What is happening? We can do a certain bit of context setting to it. That why is it important to touch such
I can
subject?
I can get you the censor board chief himself to come on the board for the interview.
No, this will be an anchor shot video. This will be
Okay.
an anchor shot video
I
wherein
can,
our presenter will talk about
so I
this.
can get one of
So
the
these are the
censor
three
board
video
members.
ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Like for the Indian video, we can do that. Okay.
So
I
these are
think
the three video ideas.
that's covering most of it. Anybody has any other ideas, Aparna? Are you
So
okay with what Mallika is saying?
yeah, to begin with, because we are reaching out to absolutely personal people who are not aware of it at all. So to begin with, we have to go very easy
Yeah,
with
but
people and their understanding of God and spirituality.
see,
So
this
you
is
want me to keep all these three, or you want me to keep one or two of these?
I would go for all three. You see, it's all about the budget. Of course, will go up. So now, thing is, give us an idea of the budget without whatever you want to say. एक रखो, दो रखो, तीन रखो, ये budget है. And Shubham, you'll have to start getting activated in fundraising because you'll have to find either a sponsor for this particular promotion, a single sponsor, or maybe we'll have to go for a fundraising campaign before we can sign and commit with payment to them. Right? This might take a few
Right.
days. This could take half a month. But the point is, we are at least 4 and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks before the release. We should be through with it in 8 weeks. I feel 2, 3 weeks prior. Or when do you think we should get this all going? After a month or 3 weeks before the movie release? What is your idea, Malika?
I
The
think
best.
2 to 3 weeks before the movie is fine, because if you start like really long back, then it
People
starts
do.
fading away as well.
Yeah. So 3 weeks pehle, which means first
I
week
think
of
even two
October.
weeks would be fine. Depends on the number of videos that we are doing.
Yeah.
If it's let's say one video, then we'll do it in the once the release happens. If there are two to three or four videos, if there are four videos, then we'll do it two in 1 week.
So
It depends that
uh,
finally how many videos are we closing at.
yeah. So how much fundraising we are maybe able to do? Are we justifying this with our teams? Because we will have a finance team that we'll put up a proposal to, and then they have to okay it within ourselves. And once it's okayed, we are through. Then we just need to sign with you and we go ahead. But having gone through everything, I am keen that a professional approach which Malika is bringing is important for the movie to run successfully. Now we can take a risk, not do this, and go ahead without it. But you will then regret saying we could have done it more professionally and done it better. See, idea thing is it going to matter so much to us to raise this 10, 15, 20 lakhs that may have to be borne by us, depending on Malika's greatness, that she brings down the cost and gives us more value, as much value
That's totally not my greatness, sir. Please pardon me here.
as,
That's
as,
not in my control.
as much as you can. And then, of course, you put us in front. I have the ability to convince a lot of people, even in the print or the other part of which you are not into, to negotiate and bring them all on board. And let's see how much we can raise. If we can raise a substantial amount, I think this will be is quite justifiably a good expense, worth it. According to me, I am nobody here. I'm just a single person. This is a NGO run by 10 trustees, and everybody's opinion will matter. But only thing is that when I was pushy, I made this movie and I got myself into a jam with some funds that we have to loan. We have to take a loan without donation, which needs to be repaid. It's a big burden on my head. So unless the first week of release gives us 50, 60 cinemas houseful, I don't see any relief coming to me. And again, we have to spend money to, give for professional fees and all. It's a big burden. It's a big call. There are a lot of not people agreeing with anything of that nature. This thing, अभी तो already इतना loan में चले गए और अभी आप 20-30 लाख और क्यों खर्चना चाहते हो? Again, you're going into the red. But the point is, please everybody think about it. Aparna and Shubham and all your teams, finance teams, get the heads together and really think about it. You think we can raise this money? After all, we raised the money to make the movie. So they say when you make a movie, you have to keep aside a marketing cost. We haven't kept any marketing cost, which is also a part of the whole game. So look into it very deeply. And Malika has joined us and been almost a part of our team. Although in general, I don't know if he had come all this way with us so far. It's very nice of her, and I thank her for all her time that she's been giving us. And I think, Malika, we may need to uh, delve with you once again before we go into some
Sure, sure.
signing stage. Once or twice, I don't know how many times they want to meet you, but they want to make up their minds whether it is the right decision. But we have heard your part, and I've heard my part also. And so it's not just between you and me that we can just manage this alone. It is our NGO that needs to take a call, and the fundraiser
Can
is
I
here.
just request one thing? If there is still a kind of a, I'd say some dilemma in terms of, whether we want to do some bit of marketing or not. If I can get a confirmation there and then I can share the plan with you, that'll be a little better. Because if I am spending so much of time, I hope
No,
that
no,
we have this kind of a,
yes,
a
yes,
clarity that okay, there we want to do this. Because
yes.
if I am putting so much of an effort, I would really,
No, no, no,
want
no.
that there is a commitment to doing it at least. It may not be with times, it may be with some other organization. That's completely fine. But I'm gonna still put in my efforts, whatever best is possible from my end. I'm a media house. I will. My part is to cover the story, and my part is to cover, give coverage to things and give possible solutions to the brand. So I will do that bit, whatever is possible in my hands. But if there is still a dilemma in that sort, I just would request if we can have some bit of clarity there.
Shubham, would you like to say something here?
So, yeah, no, like the plans that you explained, the way the things you would be doing it, we are good to go with that. That's fine. Just wanted to know the budgeting with the NBT that we will be having, and yes, it of course it is going to depend on our fundraising, but for sure we wanted to do this because we
I
really
would
wanted
have
to
just
reach to the
one
masses.
suggestion here. Because there is so much of conversation around fundraising and all. I want to start with sending you out the plan only for NBT first, because I know for that matter, I'll try and get the plan. I'll try and get a ballpark figure for you, but I wouldn't probably come up with the exact plan on TOI or the exact costing on TOI. Let me see what is there on NBT, because I know for that matter that the TOI cost is definitely going to be higher. So you look at the figures on NBT, and then let me bring on the TOI team, because that's a different team. Okay, so if you feel that that cost is okay by us and we're having some positive conversations, let me just try and get them as well. Then what? That will not take a lot of time for me to get those quotes out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just do that. Give me a couple of days time. Let me just quickly kind of go back on the plans, see what
Ah,
can be done
let's have
and how
some
it can
ballpark
be
figure.
done.
Then
I'll
we
get.
look at what we can raise, and then we can come back to you quickly, and then we can go and go ahead with it.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can do this in good time, so that we have time to prepare. We have 2 months to work this out beautifully, and I think we are talking at the right time. Am I not right? Is it the right
Yeah.
time to talk?
I think we need to pace up a little because video production takes time.
How
You
much?
guys are the
So
masters of it. So
how
yeah.
much time do you think we have to get started? Like supposing we are
I
on the
think
third week of
uh,
October, we are looking at the third week of October movie. So October
I
should
think
be
we should at
sorted
least
out.
be finalized with the things. I think we should at least have a confirmation from your end. What is it? What all do we have to do? And
Hmm.
at least start the work on scripting and everything by September first week.
Okay. So we have the whole of August to figure out how everything. So let's have everything from you. I think we are going to make a concerted effort to raise the funds. I'm sure Shivam wants
Sure.
to look into that aspect, and I'm sure that we can make a movie where can't we raise funds for marketing. It's all up to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I leave it
Okay.
to the
All
Lord
right.
also. भगवान पे भी छोड़ते कुछ.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Malika, for your
Thank
time. We
you.
look forward to your quotes and everything.
Sure.
And then send them to Shubham, and then let Shubham start acting on it and give us some feedback on how comfortable he feels in fundraising. And we have a month, therefore, to complete this whole process before we sign
All
up
right.
and pay you in advance. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
Thank you.
Anything in
Yeah.
closing?
Yeah.
Bolna hai kisi ko?
Okay. No, thank you.
Okay.
That's fine. Thanks, everyone. Bye
Yes.
bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye bye.
you. Bye-bye.